and welcome to A&P2 Review. Um, the slides in the PowerPoint are going to try to explain how the course is going to be working, and if you have any questions after that and reading the syllabus and the other ancillary material, please give me an email, mary.lombard@regiscollege.edu. So let's begin. Okay, so it's a 6-week course, and A&P2 is basically organ system physiology. And I'm definitely going to be emphasizing the physiology. Once upon a time, you ended up having to memorize all the histology and tissue anatomy, but this is really much more going to be focused on the physiology. Okay, so with the PowerPoints, sometimes I'm going to read them, sometimes I'm just going to summarize them because I know you can read them yourself. This really just gets into the introduction and just goes into a little bit more detail about the physiological changes within the organ system that we'll be covering. Okay, so course materials. You do not need to buy a book. If the PowerPoints seem to be enough, then that's fantastic. You might already have a copy in your professional library of an older anatomy and physiology text. If by any chance you don't and would like to have a textbook on human A&P, I would suggest going to a place like Amazon, but going back a couple editions because the price differential is huge. When they have a new edition, it probably will cost $200. If it's 2 editions before, it'll cost you used $10. And the information is basically the same. Basic anatomy, organ system physiology has not changed, and they just sort of reshuffle the cards of the deck and then have an exorbitant price tag. So I went on to Amazon and put in, now we use Marib as our human anatomy and physiology textbook at Regis. So that's what I searched for and found under used for an edition that is 2 editions old, $10. So you don't have to, but if you would like to, that is what I would recommend. Okay, the course structure. Here we go. It's a hybrid course. It means that this first Friday, June 28th, is going to be a face-to-face meeting on the Regis Western campus at 5 o'clock. The Regis College Science Building, it's room 1, so it's in the basement. It's a large amphitheater because there's about 40 of us. And this face-to-face meeting is a lot about meet and greet. It's about how the course is going to run. It's going to have a sample quiz, and it would give you a chance to ask me any questions. So once we get to a meet and greet, and the purpose of this particular PowerPoint is that if you would like a refresher, or if there's some reason why you cannot come that first Friday, then if you listen to this and read the syllabi, etc., and feel that you understand the drill, then that's fine. You don't have to come to that first meet and greet class. I will be there anyways at 5 o'clock, but if this is more convenient, then go for it. So what happens is the 6 weeks, first class is meet and greet, the last class is the departmental exam. More about that later. The 4 weeks in between are totally online. That means you do not have to come back to the Regis Western campus until that August 2nd, which is the departmental exam. You can do everything at home, and the materials open 24/7, so you don't have to log in on a Friday afternoon. You can do it whenever you have the time to do it. So it says it's a hybrid, meets this Friday the 28th at 5 o'clock in the Science Building on the Regis Western campus at room 1. And then the next 4 weeks are online on Moodle. The online class can be done any time during the week, and the materials are available 24/7. Each week, you will have to complete a 20-question online Moodle quiz based on the PowerPoints posted each week. The quizzes will be open book, and you will be given a half an hour, 30 minutes to complete the quizzes. So please read the PowerPoints, listen to the lectures, and organize your notes before you take the quiz, since there's no second tries. I have posted a sample quiz for you to try on Moodle, and we'll go over that the first meeting. But if you're not coming to the first meeting, try it. It doesn't count for anything. It just gives you an idea of how the Moodle quiz works. So it says the Moodle quiz doesn't count. All the posted Moodle quizzes will count and be automatically posted in the Moodle's Gradebook online. Now, what I do is when it's, let's say, week 1, and we're talking about cardiac, we're talking about cardiovascular, I give little mini lectures on the PowerPoints. So I would recommend reading the PowerPoints first, listening to my lectures, because again, I don't read the PowerPoint to you, but I would rather take that slide and interpret it for you. And then you have your notes on the lectures as well as your notes on the PowerPoint, and you can have the PowerPoints right in front of you. And then when you're ready, the clock starts ticking and you're given 30 minutes to do these 20 questions. Now the questions are multiple choice, true, false, and they're based on the PowerPoints and my lectures on the PowerPoints. That's it. And next slide. So it says a detailed description of exactly what happens week to week can be found in the syllabus in the Moodle document called What is Due When file. So what is due when file will say, okay, on week 1 you have to listen to these lectures and PowerPoints, and then you have to do the Moodle quiz, and I give you about a week to do that, and so forth and so on. And then it will go week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. So that way it's another way of organizing everything. Then the last class, which is August 2nd, there will be at Regis, the Western Campus, a closed book on paper departmental exam at 5 o'clock in the Regis Science Building, Room 1. The exam will be objective, 50 multiple choice, true-false questions, and 10 questions will come from each week's Moodle quizzes and comprise the departmental exam. So what I do after everyone has taken, let's say week 1, I then post the questions and answers to week 1 so that you have that document. And by the time you've got to week 5, then you've got 5 documents, as well as taking the quizzes, as well as listening to the lectures, as well as reading the PowerPoints, so that 10 random questions from each week will reappear on the departmental exam. There won't be new questions. There will be questions that you've already answered. And that comprises the departmental exam. Okay, so in the course menu on Moodle, you'll find all the PowerPoints, the online lectures, the Moodle quizzes, and any other documents. Please check your Regis email at least weekly in order to receive messages from me. And that's important because very often you might be checking, for example, I have a Gmail account. I might be checking my Gmail account all the time, but I might forget, I might forget to check my Regis email. But check the Regis email a couple of times. Sometimes things come up or people make a request, and so I offer it to everyone in the class. There's a lot of things that can go on during that 6 weeks, so make awfully sure that you check in a couple of times a week. And this next one is a suggestion. I would suggest using your Regis email address to email me. That way your email will not land in my spam. Believe it or not, if I use my Gmail and I email my Regis College it will land in my spam. It doesn't like Gmail, it doesn't like Yahoo. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I am very careful about culling through my spam, but here's the problem. Spam occurs once a day. They take everything that they consider to be spam and they will post it daily. But what if you emailed me at 12:01 midnight? Then I probably won't get your email until the 2 days from then. And that's can be very problematic if something comes up and you really want me to know and blah, 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 blah. And you do that and the spam holds that and I don't get it for 24 to 48 hours. So that's when so if that's a problem, please, please, please use your Regis email because it gets to me within a minute or so. All right. Now, what did I do? Okay, so let's go forward. Getting help. If you have any questions about the course, please contact me at mary.lombard@regiscollege.edu. My retrieving phone messages can be problematic, but I check my Regis email probably 5 times a day, so that's going to be the quickest way of getting to me. The other thing is that you could have a Moodle problem. You could have an ITS problem. You could have an email problem. And that's something that's not in my purview. So if you have questions about Moodle, the software, or any technical problems, please contact the Regis College Help Desk at helpdesk@regiscollege.edu, or you can call them at this number. Because I am not an ITS wizard by any manner or means, plus I also have certain restrictions about what I can and can't do on the Moodle program, and so forth and so on. So you might want to email me first, and then I might say I can't do anything about it because I'm not an administrator, but here is the person you can contact. So again, if you have any technical problems, email me because I can be aware or I can point you in the right direction. Okay, so I think that's it. So again, it is 6 weeks. The first is meet and greet. If this substitutes for that, that's fine. You don't have to show up on Friday the 28th of June. I will be at Regis anyways, so come on at 5 o'clock. I'll be there in the Science Building, the big amphitheater, room 1, and go through the drill and answer any questions. Otherwise, if this suffices, you could have any questions, just email me. What will happen in the weeks up to the departmental exam is each week we'll have lectures and PowerPoint material on the organ system. So it's going to be cardiovascular, it's going to be respiratory, it's going to be digestion, it's going to be urinary, it's going to be reproduction. And then once you've gone through the PowerPoints and the lectures and your notes, you sit down weekly and do the 20-question Moodle quiz for the week. That will then automatically go into the Moodle grade book. Those 5 quizzes will count for 50% of your grade. And I did this last semester, so I'll do it this semester. I will drop the lowest quiz. So it'll be the top 4 quizzes that'll count for 50%, and then you'll come on August 2nd at 5, Regis, same place, Science Building, room 1, and take the departmental exam. That'll be the other 50%. And that is going to be 10 questions randomly chosen from each week. But I will post in Moodle, once people get the quiz done, what the questions and answers are to give you an additional documents in which to study. And then we take the departmental exam, I correct it, and get the grade within a couple of days, and you're all set. So I look forward to working with you. That's my email address. I may or may not see you, because some people have already taken the micro and the A&P1 review, so they know the drill. If this has made a lot of sense to you, great. And if not, I'll see you Friday, the 27th, at the Regis Western Campus in the Science Building, room 1. And I will see you then, or reply to your email or however it works. So thanks a million, and email you soon.